How's it going? I'm trying to do things a little bit outside my comfort zone. So I mostly I like making reaction videos, or I've tried to make reaction videos, but I think I want to do more like a video journal type videos. And then with some reactions here and there, because it's like, why not? I already have like a steady 9 to 5 job, but I do want to make just videos to speak about, how society is, also how we need more discipline, men need more discipline, which would in turn bring, me able to get a coaching type situation going on, online fitness coaching, because I do want to get into better shape. I'm in okay shape now, but right now I think I'm at, me being very nice to myself, 28% body fat, but I want to get down to 15, which for me would be 170 pounds. Right now I'm at 100. I weighed in 195 today. So with that, I've decided now, I've only done it for 3 days, but I've decided to start literally writing down everything that I eat. I have a full journal. It's only been 3 days, like I said, but the past 2 days, today's the third day, I've written down every single thing that I've eaten. So that's what I'm working on right now. And I want to make these videos because I do want to help out other men, mostly very overweight men, because that's what I used to be. I'll maybe put a photo up of it, but I was very overweight. I was touching 300 pounds. And that was when I turned 26, I decided to turn it around. And I did that. I did it. 2 years. It took me 2 years, turned it around. Went from 300, 295. I could never touch 300. I tried to. I could never touch 300 pounds. But I turned 295, brought it all the way down to 180. And it was great. It was all running. And if you are a big individual, 240, 250, 260 to 300 pounds, and you don't know what to do, what you need to do is cardio. That's it. If you're really big on lifting and you're also ginormous, and if you are ginormous, you are, then you need to do cardio. I need you to take a break. Just take a break from lifting for a little while and just do cardio. When I say cardio, I don't mean go run. I don't mean the Stairmaster, because the Stairmaster you can cheat very easily. The elliptical is okay if you want to do that, but for me it hurts my knees, because every time the foot thing goes up, it hits my foot because I bring my foot up too early and it hurts my knees. So I would suggest, if you are going to do cardio, just to do a walk, a 3-mile-an-hour walk. If you are a big individual, 2.5 miles an hour, and set the incline, max it out. Just max it out. 15% is usually the max for all these treadmills. If you have one some of them can go up to 30%, don't do 30%, just do 15%. And I want you to do 15%, hold on to the thing. It's okay, you can hold on to it. And I want you to just do that for 30 minutes before every lifting session. Because you guys, nobody really lifts. You guys just kind of mess around and do nothing. You don't actually lift. So, and I seen this. I was at the gym earlier today. I'm about to go again because I'm off today, and I like to go twice on my days off just to do cardio. I'm just gonna do another hour of cardio. And I was there it just turns into NBC Central. Everybody's very nice, don't get me wrong, at least me, but it's just a bunch of people that have no business lifting weights in the weight room. And none of them are showing any good form. All of them are ego lifting. And this is Planet Fitness I'm talking about. We are ego lifting at Planet Fitness. I guess that's a whole nother video, but a lot of them just need to be on the treadmill, or they need to work us on their time under tension / just their form. That's really what it is. But if you are a bigger individual, you need to do cardio. That's what you need to do. You need to just do cardio. You need to take a break from lifting and just do cardio. That's all you need to do. Plus being in a calorie deficit. Whatever that looks like to you is what it looks like. For me, I liked Greg Doucette back in the day. He's the only one that can truly do balance. I've never seen anybody do balance like that. I've tried, and it ended up spiraling out of control. Like I got in good shape. I ended up getting a girlfriend, and it's not her fault or anything, but I ended up, after being in a relationship for 2 years, I gained back, not all the weight, but a good amount of weight, and I just completely lost all my discipline. It was just gone. That's why I'm not the biggest fan of being in a relationship, because you lose all your discipline. You do. It just happens. There's no way you can be disciplined and in a relationship where you need to go to bed early, right? You got to go to bed early because you need to wake up and go to the gym. But she wants to stay up late and watch a movie. And you know what happens when you stay up late and watch a movie? I mean, there's a good thing that happens, but then the other bad thing is that you're going to eat some garbage food. It's just what's going to happen when you're up that late. And then for me personally, we watch a TV show or a movie or whatever, and then next thing I know, I find myself walking to the bar down the street and getting garlic fries. And then I'm out here saying, yeah, I'm gonna go to the gym in the morning. I didn't go to the gym in the morning. You know what I did after I left her house in the morning? I would just stuff my face. Like I'd go get some Jack in the Box, my favorite place, Jack in the Box, or Taco Bell, just to get some breakfast. And I wouldn't go to the gym that day, and I'd be like, oh, I'll go tomorrow. And I did that for the better of like a year and a half, and now I'm having to lose all the weight again. I'm having to make up for my relationship self. But these are things that happen. This is like, it felt like a never-ending cycle, because you can't, like, what are you supposed to say? What do you say to that? What do you say to like a girl that you're dating that we need to take a break because I've lost all my discipline? First of all, you're gonna sound incredibly vain and in love with yourself. And second of all, it's gonna be way too hard to say, so you're not gonna do it. But that could be like another thing. If I'm eventually able to get, some followers and get like a coaching thing going on, I can do a thing where you can just tell me and I'll tell them if that makes you feel, if that were to get the job done. Because I don't want, a lot of people get trapped in that thing, in that little bubble of, cycle, where you go to work, then you go there, then you stuff your face, and then you don't go to the gym, you never go to the gym. It's just something that happens. But it is what it is. And if you want to do that, that's fine. That's what we can call an NPC. That's what I'm thinking about making this video. I'm thinking about calling it Stop Being an NPC, because there's way too many men out there acting like NPCs. I was one last year. I'm trying to break out of it. It's tough, but I think if I continue to stay on track, I can get to it. I think I can touch 170 by December. I was like 230 going into this in the beginning of the year. I didn't do anything until April. So April 20th was like the day I actually started. I don't know what, I clicked and I was like, all right, now we can do this. And then since then I've had like a few times where I've cheated, but for me, usually once I get into 2 weeks, I would cheat. But now it's turned into 4 weeks, and then I would cheat. Now I'm gonna try to keep it going all the way through to December. And the thing that doesn't help is sleeping. For me, sleeping is hard because I used to have a regular shift. I used to have a shift. I had a shift where it was like a stupid shift, stupid hours, I mean. And then I had a regular shift where it was regular hours. But the only thing about regular hours is that you're at work all day. Like all day, you're at work. So like you can't do anything. Like it's over. Like you're there the entire day. Now I'm at a shift because I work at 3:15 in the morning to 11:45 in the morning. So I have the day. That's great. But the shift hours are terrible. So sometimes they have us come in at 1 or 12 midnight, and like if I can't go to sleep, because it's hard to go to sleep in the middle of the day, it's bright as hell. It's bright as hell all the time, and I'm not gonna get blackout curtains. It's not gonna happen. I'm not gonna spend money on that. So it's really hard sometimes to go to sleep. And if I can't go to sleep, sometimes I'll sleep for like 1 hour, and then I'll go to work and I'll like be super tired, so that That in turn raises, that actually spikes your cortisol. People say it's like stress, but it's mostly sleep. So if you sleep 1 hour, your cortisol is going to be spiked. And you know what you're going to do? You're not going to go to sleep. You're not going to do that. You're going to try to ride it out because, work's done. You did it. You accomplished it. You don't want to cook anything. You don't want to do anything. So what you're going to do is you're just going to order some DoorDash. It's easy. And then you see the pictures of the food and you stuff your face. And you order too much food, too much goy slop, and then you stuff your face. Used to happen all the time to me. It happened Saturday, but I was able to work that same shift, and I slept a lot more. I was able to deal with it. But I've decided now I'm gonna try to just not do that shift. The 3:15 one's okay, because for what I think, if I were to train somebody and give them advice, you can't work out after work. It's not gonna happen. You're not gonna be as motivated. You're not gonna be as fresh or mostly motivated if you go after work. It's gonna be looming over your head the whole day. It's gonna be looming over your head that you need to go to the gym. And it's not gonna be the best session. You already know that because you're gonna be tired from work. So, and then you gotta go there. If you go home, it's over. So you gotta go there straight from work. Then you gotta change. You got all these little variables in between you going there. So even for me, working at 3:15 in the morning, I found a way. I was like, this is what's gonna be. So I go before work. I'll wake up 12 midnight. If it's a 3:15, I'll set my alarm for 12 midnight, snooze until 1, and I'll go to the apartment gym. That's where I've been going, and I'll just do an hour of cardio. That's what I do. And then I get that done, sit in here for 30 minutes to 45 minutes after it, and then go to work. That's the best time. You have to go to the gym right when you wake up, automatically. That should be the first thing you go do. You eat a protein bar, you drink your energy drink if you want to do that, then you go to the gym. You sit around for a while, maybe go to the bathroom, I don't know. But you gotta go right when you wake up. You can't linger on through the day and not go. You gotta go right when you wake up, in my opinion. I think that's the best strategy if you wanna get locked in or be disciplined. So you gotta go right away. You can't wait, you go right away. And then you can do what I like to do, like on my days off, and I'll go again and just do cardio. That's the thing, that's why I like cardio a lot. Cardio is a big thing for me because it's it's something you can do every day consistently. Like, imagine trying to lift weights every single day consistently. It's gonna be so discouraging some days and unmotivating some days that they will outweigh all those unmotivating days, all those days where you're like, yes, I got an extra rep in or more weight in, because those days before that you felt like garbage because you lifted a lot the day before, then you go lift again the next day and you feel like just straight garbage because you're tired. Your muscles need recovery. Like, it needs like 2 days of recovery, in my opinion. You can't just keep going every single day and doing the same stuff. And then on top of that, you have situations where you want to go to a certain machine and there's like 5 other NPCs using that same machine. And then you're like, oh my God. And it's unmotivating. Then you got to pivot to something else, but you don't really have anything else because that's what you need to do. Like today, I needed to do shoulder press and lat pull down. And there was nobody at the gym. There was nobody there. Like, I got there at the perfect time and I sit down to wanted to do back. So I did whatever. It's sit down, lat pull down with a wider bar, so you can go like this into it. And that's mostly just hitting your back. That's like my favorite back exercise. And I needed to do lat pull down, but no, couldn't do lat pull down because there was like 3 people already using the 3 machines. And then I did that, and I did a few other things, but I needed to do shoulder press, and there's just a guy sitting there on his phone at the shoulder press thing. I'm like, dude, I need to do this. Nope, can't do it. So now I gotta go tomorrow and do it. I'm not gonna do it right now. I gotta go tomorrow and do it. Do those 2 workouts. Just go to the weight session to go do, or the weightlifting area to go do 2 workouts because 2 people were in my way. And it's not my way, I know, but it's just like, that's what happens when you lift every single day. Stuff like that. There's too many variables that can happen. But you know what never happens? There's never not a treadmill available. I'll tell you that. None of these NPCs want to go to the treadmill. Like I could go at like 5 in the afternoon, 6 in the afternoon, 7 peak times, and there ain't gonna be always gonna be at least the line of treadmills available, because nobody wants to do the treadmills, because it's like, why do cardio? We've been told our whole lives that cardio kills gains, also that you need to eat big to get big. That's not a thing. I can stay in a fucking, or I'm trying not to curse, I can stay in a 500 calorie deficit, only eating 2,500 calories every single day as a 5'10", 200-pound individual, and I guarantee you I will look more aesthetic, muscular, whatever you want to say, than the guy who's eating 3,500 calories and doing every single workout ever, but never doing cardio. Like, that's just how it is. Like, we've been told all this bullshit, and it's like, it's 2026 when I'm making this video. We should know that these aren't things anymore. Like, remember HIIT cardio? Remember that bullshit? I actually believed that in like 2018, 2019. It was HIIT cardio and keto diet was ginormous, right? The ketones, raspberry ketones, nobody talks about it anymore because it was all bullshit. But you know what I see at the gym sometimes? I still see some asshole running. No, he's got the treadmill set to 15% incline, maxed out speed, and he's running for fucking 15 seconds. 15 seconds. And then he's taking a 3-minute break at least. And and the treadmill keeps going, right? So on the screen, it's like, wow, dude, this guy's really burning a lot of calories. I mean, if you just look at it when he's done and you didn't watch the whole thing. Meanwhile, he's in front of me, or it was a guy last time I saw this. And it was like last week too. It's a guy last week. I'm standing right in front of him. And then eventually I started to time how long he was on the thing, because I was like, holy shit, dude, this guy's still doing this. He was on there for 15 seconds. 20 seconds, if I was counting incorrectly. 20 seconds. And what do you think this individual looked like? What do you think he looked like? He wasn't morbidly obese, but he was overweight. He was overweight doing a workout like that. And this is my opinion, or my way I would do a HIIT workout. None of you assholes know what HIIT workout is anyway. It's to do this. Do a steady state workout, a sit workout. It's steady intensity TT, whatever the TT stands for. I know what it stands for, but I forget. But you do that for 50 minutes. Do an incline walk at 3 miles an hour for 50 minutes. And then, once you get to that 10 minutes, then go hard. Then, if you want to go do your bullshit HIIT workout, at least you got a foundation of a good sit workout that you can do, that you have under your belt before you go do this bullshit HIIT workout shit. It's like, it doesn't make any sense. And the EPOC was a big thing before. You burn calories throughout the day, right? If you do HIIT workouts, it's 15 minutes. And dude, you can burn 1,000 calories. It's broken. It's easy calorie burns. What's funny is that you still get an after effect when you do HIIT or sit cardio, when you do steady intensity cardio. And in fact, it's more. So it's like they told you all this bullshit just to pander to the lazy part of you and be like, oh, all you need is 15 minutes. 15 minutes, that's it? Where do I sign? But no, it doesn't work like that. You have to if you're gonna do HIIT workouts, first of all, you need to go insanely hard, and not for 15 to 30 seconds. You need to do, in my opinion, I think you need to do it for 2 minutes. You need, for me, a hard workout, because I like to do the 15% walk, would be 4 miles an hour for 2 minutes. And then bring it back down to 3.3 miles an hour. That would be the break. And then 4 miles an hour, 2 minutes. That's what it would be. Not do a run at 10 miles an hour for 30 seconds, if I'm lucky, and then take a 5-minute break. That stuff, it just doesn't make any sense. But the other thing with that, if you are gonna just start, and this is deep into the video, no one's gonna probably see this part, but if you are gonna start and you're a big individual doing cardio and you wanna do that one where you walk uphill, you need to do, if you're like 300 pounds, 2.5 miles an hour, 15% incline, and I want you to do an hour holding on, no, 30 minutes, you're a pretty big guy, 30 minutes holding on to the thing, and I want you to do that for 2 weeks straight, 2 weeks, while being in a deficit. Whatever a deficit is to you is what it is. For me today, I've just been kind of keeping it simple on my work days. Like I'll just eat like, and it's gonna sound bad, but I eat the like Uncle Ben's type rice, and then I have the Costco canned chicken with hot sauce. I need to get broccoli. That's what I gotta get. That's what I have just on my work days. But like for today, I had and this is gonna sound like a lot, but I'm really full too, and it wasn't even that many calories. I had 8 pieces of anabolic French toast, which is basically you just get egg whites, pour them into a bowl, and I dipped 8 pieces of bread, just regular amount in Texas, so Kroger or wherever, Kroger white bread, 70 calories a slice, and then cook it, front and back. No stevia, no cinnamon, no bullshit, and then just add it with low-calorie Mrs. Butterworth syrup, 10 calories per 2 tablespoons. I counted that as best as I could, and I got 40 calories from that. I wrote that one down. It was like 6 for the French toast. It was 660, and then for the bread it was 660, and then for the egg whites it was around 200 calories, and then 40 for the thing. So what is that? That's like 1,000. No, it's less than 1,000 calories, and I gotta be honest, I'm full as hell. Like, imagine if I would have had some pineapples with that, or some watermelon, cantaloupe, anything like that. I would be insanely full. I'm super full, and I'm pretty satiated too. I wasn't insanely full, and I should ride this out until tonight, and I'll probably just have a protein bar and a bag of the Quaker Rice Crisps. They're very low in calories. It's like, I bought those, they're pretty good. So, that being said, this is the first video. I'm gonna put one out every day. It's gonna be more like a journal. So, to eventually bring me back up to where I will be able to coach anybody. But like I said, mostly bigger individuals, because I used to be really big, and eventually I'll get into like that. But for now, my main goal is to get to 170 pounds in December. It is almost August. It's like late July. So, got a lot of work to do. I can't cheat. I gotta stay consistent. And I think we can get there. I think we can do it. And I want to regain my discipline, because I had it and I lost it. And I want to get, when everybody says change their personality, that's also what I want to get back to, because it does happen. You do change your personality when you go through these type of things. Like in the beginning, I wanted to just get a girlfriend, right? That's what you want. You want to look better for the opposite sex. It's mostly what you want to do for women if you're a guy. And once you get deeper into this journey, you're like, I don't want that anymore. I think that's a distraction, and it was, and I knew that, and I ended up getting into it. But this time, we're gonna do it a little bit differently. But to get to that, we need to get, to my opinion, down to 15% body fat at least. And that's when things get like, you're in a healthy, lean level. And then after that, you can get down to like 10, but that's when things get like tough. That 10% would be like 170 to like 150. 150 pounds is crazy, like 155. And I touched 160 back in the day, and things got tough at 160. I think it was like at 13, 14%. But to do that, I have to get down to 170, which I think would be 5'11", 5'10", whatever. 170 is 15% body fat, I think. So to do that, we just gotta pay attention to calories. I don't really care about macros. I know I'm eating enough protein. I mean, I take fish oils to make up for any of the fat I'm missing, because fat has the most calories per gram of fat. So that's why I don't really eat that much fat. I don't see the point. I mean, I'll eat tuna every now and again, but to eat like fat, like avocados and stuff, it's just not worth it. I might as well. I'm better off just taking fish oil, I think. But all right, this has been my first video. So I'm gonna try to post one every day, and yeah, we'll just continue this journey. It's a fun time. All right, if you did watch this whole thing, you have a hell of an attention span.